Hey, bud. What's it gonna be? 2 over easy and a cup of joe? No, huh? Okay, let's see what we can scare up for you. Oh, look. Got mood juice. I know you like that. Okay, what else? You don't have much in the way of teeth, do you? Huh. Bacon is out of the question. Ooh, I know. How about a warm banana smoothie? What's that? Never had a warm banana smoothie? Get your tummy ready, bud. It's in for a treat. Okay, here we go.
Mr. Weston,
Your Honor,
I understand you are willing to provide temporary housing for Ms. Johnson and Charlie,
they are welcome to live with me as long as they like.
and you'll help with expenses and childcare until Ms. Johnson can secure employment.
I will, Judge. Violet and Charlie are the only family I have left. Now that I found them, I don't intend to lose them again.
Glad to hear it, Mr. Weston. The court orders the return of the infant, Charles Johnson, to the custody of his mother, Violet Johnson, with a follow-up report from Children's Services to be delivered to this court 6 months from today.
Baby. King? Oh my gosh. Wait just a minute, okay? Oh my gosh.
Coming back and playing King is sort of like putting on an old, worn-in pair of jeans that you thought maybe you'd lost. They just fit right, they feel comfortable, they're already broken in, you know how they're gonna be. Maybe we better be a little more discreet. Somebody here might tell your husband.
Oh, trust me, this smart aleck is my husband.
It's comfortable and easy. The first time I was very nervous. The second time it was a little bit easier, and the third time it's much easier.
And today is our first anniversary.
I like the opportunity to do something in this style of storytelling, which the director often describes as a fly on the wall. That's really fun. I like that kind of acting.
And what exactly do you intend to contribute to the festivities?
There's this.
It's a good coupling. There's a nice chemistry between us. He brings a levity and a funniness that she really needs.
Do you buff up nice or what? They are actually a lot alike.
I fear I have competition for your affection.
She does have her charms, but they're nothing compared to yours. I would say the main difference is that King is much more of a moment-to-moment liver and is willing to make light of almost anything, and she is very sensitive.
That you think she should wear.
Go for it. I got no time when I go home.
What I like most about Ted is his sense of humor. He's a very funny guy. And of course, his talent. Love his talent. And I love the fact that he doesn't quite seem to know that about himself. There's something very endearing about that. I don't think he has any idea how good he is.
I love Jeannie. She is a consummate pro beyond words. Her mind is like a steel trap. I think that we have chemistry because our characters are similar to, we operate similar, in similar patterns. She's very thoughtful, very thorough, very emotional, like her character. I am more like my character, King. And when it's time to work, I work. When it's not, when I play, I play.
I think that he's really generous as an actor in that he's always available and he's always listening. I look for an actor who will work as hard on the off-camera as they do on the on-camera, because I do. And I really expect that, or I like it from my coworker, and he definitely does that.
And now, by this point, she gets me, I get her. We show up, we don't have to jump through, well, this is where I like to sit, you know, this is how I like to do things. We just both go, okay, I'll work with that. I like the fact that she is sincere, she's loving, and she's very honest, which I appreciate. And Jeannie Francis plays this part so well, and it's just tailor-made. In this particular movie, Peyton's had a mirror to herself when this young girl with literally nowhere else to turn brings this baby to our doorstep. And so when Peyton discovers the baby, she wants no part of it because it's bringing up all of those feelings that she abandoned her own baby and she's not fit. She doesn't want to be close to the baby because it will bring all of this into her life.
I can't stop thinking about the baby's mother. About what she might be feeling right now. I think the biggest healing that happens for Peyton in Note 3 is the realization that she could have been a mother. I really think that's the whole thing there, because she really considered herself completely unfit.
You know, it didn't matter that I was full of antidepressants when I gave my baby away. I still carry that pain.
I think it's not so much that she gave up her child that she needs to forgive herself for. It's far worse than that. She was, I think, 8 months pregnant when she swallowed a bottle of pills with the intention of killing herself. That's much worse than giving up your baby.
Looks good on you.
Drool.
Motherhood.
Her spiritual journey is one of realizing that this baby is a true gift and that she just needs to be a human being who's capable of love.
And then a little time with the baby and watching King with the baby and how good he is with the baby. She realizes, you know what, I can do this. I could have done this.
I didn't get to be her mother. I mean, not like this.
I think she discovers her own longing for a child.
Do you think I deserve another chance?
It's well known that God is very generous with chances.
And of course, the movie is about whether or not she can get her husband to agree to that now.
Is it something you'd consider?
It probably was a very scary thing for her to tell her husband, because the last thing she'd want to do is lose him, right? She's desperately in love with him.
But have you asked yourself why you think we should keep this baby?
I'm trying to untangle how Charlie's breath on my face makes me feel.
I think that's the big healing with the Note 3, is saying to herself, I want to do this. I think I can do this, starting to believe in that.
You need to be a mother, King, in every sense of the word.
My kids are now, my son's turning 18. It's the mourning that I go through about not having little babies anymore. It's so sad.
Should we buy her? Sail the world? You and me and Peyton?
I'm certainly raised, I wasn't around babies, and I was afraid to touch, pick them up because they're too valuable. And I thought, what if I drop it? What if I do something wrong? And so there was that feeling, and I think that King sort of was always uncomfortable when he had his own child because he was traveling all the time. And so now this time, after picking the baby up, and when you hold a baby, it just, after a while, it feels right. And you get that warmth that comes between your body and the baby, and you just think, okay, God, this is right. I get it. And I can get emotional just thinking about that because it's so rich. It's such a great feeling. And I think that King discovered that.
No, I didn't want to keep Charlie the night that you left him with us because I was afraid of what in fact happened. I fell in love with him.
I think that the baby's adorable and wonderful, and it came to her doorstep, just like the letter in the first note floated up to her feet. And that was meant for her, that note. Well, why isn't this baby meant for me then? Well, she doesn't know why it's meant for her. Maybe the baby came to her because she will do the right thing. And I think she does. She does end up serving both people well.
Would I take Charlie? Gladly. But would I take him away from you? Never.
By holding the mirror up to the other character, to the girl in the same position, she saw what a difficult place she was in and nowhere to turn. And that she has forgiven herself.
I never thought I would feel that kind of love again.
Then Charlie came into our lives.
And opened up my heart to so many possibilities.
She has discovered that she, too, is capable of great love.
Sure is quiet around here.
I liked it better the way it was.
Me too.
And it's interesting, at the end, there's a nice moment between them where it's very quiet, the baby's gone. And he says, you know, it's really quiet. And she says, yeah, I liked it better the way it was. So as exhausting as it is, it's still great.
You know, not all kids are as lucky as Charlie King.
Maybe we should try to change that.
These are two people that are sometimes not that great at loving and being loved, and yet two people who need it more than they're willing to admit.
For one kid who needs somebody to love him. One.
And I think she's done a much better job of finally realizing that her life is really about love.
We are always a spiritual work in progress, or we're a mess. You can coast for a while, I think, but then you crash eventually if you don't get back on that path and start pedaling. We all need to believe that there's going to be a good future, and this story certainly suggests that there's hope.